the upper left, we have our Protoss player. He is
MVP Super.
And in the bottom right, here in the blue, he is
Samsung Galaxy Con Reality.
all right. Let's see how they open up.
Yeah, let's see.
Got to say, we have not seen as hard of a build order loss as that last game.
Yeah, it's
really
pretty rare.
It's weird, too, because with 2-base versus 2-base, I don't want to be too hard on anybody here, but normally you, if you have 2 forges and you see the number of gates you have, when you go into the Terran's base and you see barracks all making while your gates are done, and they have less barracks and you have gates,
Yeah,
you know, you got to think, well, he has to know there should be, the money has gone somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, then again, when the 2 forges are done, it's pretty hard to do much from there anyways.
Well,
neither side can attack the other one, but one's investing in something a little bit better.
Yeah.
An expansion over just double upgrades.
I actually, I'm surprised that we don't see a CC first in reality here. I thought he'd actually pull that off because he did it last time I played on this map.
Know, when you think about it, Super is cheesed a lot.
True, and this is like the last game that decides everything.
And I feel like Reality's been playing pretty well since the SOS series, so maybe he's just saying, I don't want to risk anything here. Like, it's a tough one though.
It is.
So we have the Cybernetics Core starting up here, and I wonder, what does Super do when everything's on the line? It's double gas. Yeah, double gas. I'm not crazy. Against a Reaper build, and it's going to be a Reaper expand. Looks like Protoss has banked up the money.
Yep, gonna drop that Nexus in a second.
And just bank up some more gas while he does do that.
We'll be placing that. SCV blocking it for just a little bit longer there. And the Mothership Core is on the way. This Reaper will pick off the Zealot, it appears, but will the Zealot see the CC? I think so. Yeah. Might even be able to slow it if he targets. Does not do that.
Wants to get up the ramp, and he actually gets a little bit more information here. This Zealot just will not die. Factory, he sees exactly where the factory's at, which really tells him, you know, okay, he wasn't being greedy and going for anything else here.
Well, it looks like also it's probably going to be a drop coming, right?
Right, exactly. So maybe Protoss wants to be aggressive after this. It's a possibility. We'll keep the Terran back at home. We see the
Robo.
Sorry, what?
There's a Robo as well coming up here now.
Yeah, so this build could be similar to what SOS was doing. It's not like SOS is the only guy doing it, but in reference to people that Reality have played with, when we've seen how those games have gone, it could be effective, especially if it matches up with how Reality's responding throughout the rest of this game. Okay, so this does get chased out now, and there is the starport.
We're actually going to see Hellions first here, which is somewhat common on this map. Usually the Hellions go into the natural and the Marines get dropped in the main base with that first medevac, and then you can kind of use the medevac to exchange which units you want where. It's very flexible in that regard. The Reaper did see the robotics as well, so that may be one reason why he goes for this, knowing that there's not going to be very many gateway units out early on here. If you're really lucky with this and you can drop them all together, you can actually fight the Stalkers straight up with that medevac. Even without stem, if there's a small amount of Stalkers, say you split the Stalkers in 2 groups, then you can kill a Stalker or 2, just burst them down. Here come the Hellions.
They come up now, and looks like they won't actually do any real damage so far. In fact, now just coming up to the main. Now the Nexus cannon has been activated, and he does, I believe, get 1 kill there. Yep, 1 kill there on those 2 Hellions. And from here, a pickup, and it looks like he's going to make 2 more Hellions, actually. From here, if I'm Super, I would just stay back and defend. Notice he's not, he's just going to get the armor upgrade and sit back, get Immortals, and those double gases.
Yeah.
Now, what's really important to note is if there were 2 forges or not.
That is important.
Because the last game, the 2 forges told us a lot about the direction Protoss thought the game was going.
He's making a lot of Hellions. He's going up to 8 Hellions in total. Like, he has 6 left now after he lost those 2. And
I think that he wants to hit these 2 different sides, one in the front and then a drop here in the main. But the problem is that this might not be enough. For the, well, hold on. These probes over here. This could be problematic. He needs to keep these probes alive. And he actually just goes up here into the main.
Yeah, he's actually targeted down the Immortal. Pick off a Stalker or 2, I said that earlier. Pick off an Immortal, much better. He's getting so many probes here right now.
Yeah, and it looks like that's not going to stop. And that was a smart move because the probe splitting at the expansion was pretty good. He picks it back up, moves out. I did not expect the harass to look like that.
Yeah, that's really, really well done. 35 to 31 now in Harvesters.
And look at this. He's going to keep pumping out on 2 bases now, a bigger army. Now, a factor here is that he did actually get that Immortal. Immortal is very important, especially because as the game goes on longer, Terran can get more Marauders. So, and we've seen countless games where there's just 2 Immortals kind of positioned just right in an army, gunning down the Marauders. So, getting that first Immortal there, and now just remaking his army, it could be effective here if he just stays on 2 base. Protoss also stayed on 2 base, just getting cannons, doing the Colossus tech. Armor's done, so he's going to get the weapons upgrade. I like what's going on here for Reality. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm liking it as well. I mean, if you ever have a Terran player who takes a Harvester lead in this matchup for any moment in time, plus the mules that he can drop, his economy is in a great place. He's got the infrastructure here set up now to make all these units. The medevacs start to flow as well. And the threat of drops is still there. He's showing that quite heavily here. He still has those Hellions. So he's going to do a drop here in the main, which may actually make Super think, okay, there go the Hellions. But it's Marauders, in fact. He's going to pick off a Stalker. And the Hellions may just run into the natural at any moment in time if he thinks there's too many Protoss units running in here to defend this.
He's going to get that cannon. He could pick up and leave here. The Hellions come back in once again.
That's what I was talking about, man.
Yep. And actually not getting as many probes as I would have thought.
It's not over yet.
Okay, this one hit down here, if he can hit just in this angle in between the minerals and the gas, and he does.
He's actually still killing more stuff on the main base, too.
Okay, so this is actually 38 probes down to 51 after it's all said and done.
That was a nice little rhyme you did there, Tasis.
Oh, my God. I didn't even notice I did that. So Barracks just keep making. He's got the third up. Notice he made the third out there once again. But there's no moment where Protoss can even contest that.
Exactly.
Protoss has been focused on upgrades and tech. Gateways much later. And I would say actually another drop here from Reality, and this could start to snowball here with Reality taking such a lead.
Yeah,
he could even do an SCV pull. I mean, look, the Twilight Council's like 1/3 done. Yeah. Storm is nowhere close to being ready.
Yeah, his Twilight Council's not even halfway done. I worry that, on the other hand, that if he botches this drop and he doesn't have medevacs, then he has a problem, okay? So I like he's going to just attack on the ground here. And there's just not enough gateway units to protect these Colossi.
Oh
Great time lord. And now he's going to boost the main.
Yeah. He can actually hit that Colossus over there in the main.
He needs to make sure he saves his medevacs because he's going to need Vikings to deal with these Colossi, and he doesn't want to have to, split his time making units between Vikings and medevacs.
Okay, so he just drops over here to heal up. And you know what? I think he's completely prepared to close this game out in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you.
Because, yeah, I mean, like you were saying, he took out that Colossi. He's done so much harass early on. The Storm is way down the road. And, in fact, we have Blink and another armor upgrade coming here. I don't even know. Even if I think if he were to go to Storm, I think Terran would just kill him. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty straightforward here. We have 2 Colossi, a thinned-out Protoss army. Remember that Immortal's not there from earlier.
Okay, here we go. Guardian Shield goes up. He's going to start engaging these Colossi. There's so many Terran units on the ground here. One Colossus micros back. Looks like it will finally get down. One more Viking shot. Oh,
my God, it just won't die.
And now he's targeting the other one. Okay, they both die now.
Well, that's enough. He can actually just back up from here.
So many medevacs to join the fight as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from here, this is really where we see the Protoss slowly get whittled down. You can see the Zealots are being taken out here. They're going to have to be remade. Meanwhile, one Colossus is going to come out of that Robo eventually here, but in the meantime, there we go. Viking comes up here, already outnumbering that. The combination is becoming more and more deadly here for Terran as Protoss just doesn't have all the pieces to the puzzle. And look at this. SCV pull. Yep. This is the way to do it.
He's on the way to +2 attack as well. This is, I mean, just too many SCVs. The worker count is 20 up right now, and a lot of that is in here, in this army. I mean, so the army supply, even though it's 30 up right now in the indicator at the top right, these SCVs become about half an army apiece. You know?
Yeah.
If you want to count them like that. Oh, wow,
this expansion's gone. Now watch, he won't even go for the third base. He'll go right up here into the second. And all these Colossus, well, even if the Vikings don't kill the Colossus, it doesn't really matter.
He'll just burst his way through eventually anyways.
Yeah. Coming up here now, force
really
fields go down.
Force field there.
Yeah, he might just want to get the Nexus here.
Yeah, I think targeting the Nexus would be a bad choice.
This is actually a choose your own adventure of how you win the game here. It looks like actually Protoss not doing a terrible job of holding this though, I gotta say. But it still probably will not be enough.
There's just too many reinforcements.
Yeah, I mean, everything's falling apart. He could actually get the medevacs out of here. Or God, not even maybe necessary. Okay, so the probe count is at 24 despite Terran sending so many SCVs over here to just die to Colossi shots.
Yep, this is the end.
Really nicely done by Reality, actually.
And yet another Terran player, guys, in Code S.
Yeah.
Really
How
good
can you
season.
explain that, you whiners? Huh? Terran's doing fine.
He beat an all Protoss group.
There was only Protoss in this group, and the Terran came out. You
How did
guys
that
are worried,
happen?
huh? What are you talking about? Okay, so Super probably pretty salty about that.
Yeah, I think so.
I gotta say that was a great game to cast that one back there specifically. It really showed Terran identifying what Protoss was up to, especially from the previous games, and then seeing the holes in his play and how to kill him.
Yeah, that was really, really fun to watch. That was a great series, actually. I think my favorite series of the whole night, or the whole afternoon.
Well, it's becoming night here.
It is. We're getting closer.
And so that does it for Group I here in Code A.
Yeah.
We have a Protoss, SOS, and a Terran Reality moving on.
And we will be taking a look, of course, at how they got there. We're going to take a look at our results for today, as well as reminding you guys who is going to be in the
I didn't know our graphic went like that.
Yeah, it comes and smacks you in the face.
Something stamped my face. Oh, my nose.
Well, SOS and Reality Advance, some disappointing performance here from Hero today. Does go out with 1-4, and Super, even though he went to the winner's match, does drop down here in the final match to Reality, who will advance to Code S.
Good luck to you, Reality. We don't always have a lot of Terran presence. Now, just in, what is it? It's 4 right now?
Like
it's
2 hours time.
Yeah, a little bit under 2 hours time, guys. We're going to be back, Wolf and myself, and we're going to have Rogue against Bunny and Life against Stats. That should be a really cool group, really diverse.
Yeah. Good group. We have all 3 races in that group, and Life, I think a lot of eyes on him as well here.
Yeah. He's the one I predict to be first to get out of the group, but we'll have to see. The other 3 players also very good as well. Great work as always, Wolf. We're going to go grab some dinner, and then we'll be back at 6 o'clock. So thank you for watching. We love you guys. Come back here, I think about an hour and like 45 minutes, and we'll be